I'm in a mixed relationship. I'm Lebanese. My girlfriend's Italian. Yeah. Thank you. We have a son. He's Greek. And I think being from an immigrant background, by no means am I original in that viewpoint of being a comedian. You just get a slightly unique perspective, I think.
9 comedians in 90 minutes on Valentine's Day at Comedy Nest. Comedians gathering from the Just for Laughs Festival, The Tonight Show, and many more, including Wassim El-Mounzer, a Lebanese-Montrealer with a unique multicultural and cross-cultural comedy style.
You just get a different vantage point. You get to see things from a little bit of a different angle, I guess you could say, which is really good for humor. You know, you don't see things quite like everything else. You go to friends' houses, your food's a little different, your house smells a little different. So you always feel like an outsider, and that carries with you in your head like a bubble floating throughout the world.
El-Mounzer was born in Lebanon and his family moved to Montreal when he was 2. He grew up loving comedy and started to pursue his passion years ago. Montreal has become a popular destination for comedy lovers.
That makes Montreal unique. In terms of North American cities, I would imagine it's the only one and that's the case, you know? We have so many trilingual people and huge comedy culture too, with Just for Laughs and stuff. I grew up watching, you know, these Just for Laughs tapings and everything, and you're like, oh, I know that theater, Théâtre Saint-Denis or wherever it is, Place des Arts. You're like, oh, that's, you know, I could take the metro there or whatever. So it feels a little more accessible than if I lived in, like, I don't know, Red Deer, Alberta or something.
In 2022, El-Mounzer was part of Just for Laughs New Faces Canada, which highlights up-and-coming Canadian comedians, an experience he describes as surreal considering the competition.
You know, when you start comedy here, you're only a spectator for that festival mostly, because it's, you know, brings in the biggest and the best names in your own city. You're watching much more competent, famous people do what you love to do in front of like your city, you know? And then so to finally do it, it feels like, okay, this feels like especially validating as a Montrealer to do it in my own city. So that was a very good experience, yeah.
The Comedy Nest where El-Mounzer performs is Montreal's original internationally renowned English comedy club. They aim for an inclusive comedy culture.
There's diversity in the audience. So you want, on any given show, as much as you can, you want to give every part of the audience something that speaks to them. And hopefully then the whole show will speak to everyone. So diversity is extremely important. I would say essential for programming a comedy show.
I think it's super important because the people who consume comedy are also from, you know, various backgrounds, especially in this city. So you want to see yourself represented, you know? Some people came in late. They're like, I think this is the wrong show. I think we'll get out of here.
In Montreal, Farah Mustapha, Omni News.